India is rewriting the rules that governed its classrooms for decades, moving to replace a curriculum used by millions under the National Education Policy 2020. This rollout is a direct response to the colonial-era Macaulay system that has dictated how Indian schools operate for generations. For decades, that legacy model functioned like a factory. It prioritized rote memorization and assembly line conformity over critical thinking or practical problem-solving. To replace that framework, the government established a new national alternative, the Bharatiya Shiksha Board, or BSB. The BSB is designed to revive the ancient Gurukul philosophy of holistic learning, while maintaining exact academic equivalence to boards like the CBSE. This leaves parents with a difficult choice: stick with the predictable, test-heavy safety of the legacy boards, or trade it for an untested, holistic model. Adoption is already scaling. Over 169 senior secondary schools have formally moved to the BSB, while hundreds more applications are currently being reviewed. It's essentially Gurukul 2.0. The goal is to balance ancient Vedic values with 21st century technological competitiveness. But is that a tangible change in how children actually learn and get graded, or is it just a marketing buzzword? To evaluate this fairly, we have to compare the legacy model directly against the Gurukul model across 4 structural pillars: curriculum, pedagogy, well-being, and assessment. To make an informed choice, you have to look past the philosophical branding and examine the structural realities of what happens inside the classroom. The legacy system separates subjects into rigid silos. The BSB takes a multidisciplinary approach, blending disciplines together. On the traditional side, the curriculum mandates the inclusion of the Vedas, Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, and Sanskrit. Simultaneously, students are required to master modern subjects like artificial intelligence, coding, and advanced physical sciences. The intended outcome is a student who is culturally grounded and ethically aware, yet highly competitive in the global digital economy. Here is the core trade-off. This demands seamless interdisciplinary teaching. If executed poorly, it risks feeling like 2 completely disjointed, overwhelming curriculums mashed together. A dual curriculum looks phenomenal on paper, but its success relies entirely on the individual school's ability to weave those 2 worlds together seamlessly. Moving from what is taught to how it is taught, the BSB actively rejects rote memorization. This chart maps the pedagogical shift toward the Guru-Shishya tradition. The teacher acts as a personal mentor rather than a lecturer. The impact is high, fostering conceptual understanding and emotional resilience. But the systemic effort is massive, requiring retrained teachers with high emotional intelligence to scale. To support this, the board mandates experiential, activity-based learning to replace textbook lectures. It mimics the practical life skills training that anchored ancient education. The Gurukul pedagogy offers superior character development. However, the system is only as effective as the retrained teachers tasked with executing it in large classrooms. Legacy board examinations carry a severe mental health toll, driving intense test anxiety and constant stress for students. The BSSB's structural intervention intentionally lightens the curriculum load and incorporates daily yoga, meditation, and mindfulness practices. For parents worried about a lighter academic workload, this does not mean a lack of rigor. It means prioritizing conceptual depth over sheer volume. Administratively, the board is pivoting to home exam centers. Students will take their Class 10 and 12 exams in familiar surroundings, drastically reducing environmental panic. This document shows the shift in grading. Assessment moves away from pure percentage marks and towards skill-centric competencies and continuous observation. These changes drastically lower student anxiety, but they require parents to unlearn the ingrained idea that extreme stress equals academic success. Of course, all of this leads to the ultimate barrier for skeptical parents. Will this board be recognized by top universities and engineering councils? The facts are definitive. BSB Class 10 and 12 certificates are officially recognized by the University Grants Commission, AICTE, the Association of Indian Universities, and the Ministry of Education. The board has the full backing of major institutional and governmental figures, ensuring its longevity and deep integration into the national system. Administratively, the BSB carries the exact same academic weight as the CDSE. making the transition is viable and won't risk a child's higher education prospects. Choosing between CBSE and BSE is a choice between industrial predictability and holistic, value-based development. To eliminate exam panic and value ethical character alongside STEM, follow the path to BSE. If you prefer established testing safety or lack trained mentors, stay with legacy boards. Before deciding, audit your local BSB school's faculty. Ensure they have genuinely adapted to the new pedagogy rather than just swapping out the textbooks. Education is shifting from surviving standardized tests to navigating real life. Ensure your school choice aligns with your family's true definition of success.